Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Picking up with sugar bush season. We did get some sap collected. We got about, all total now, 800 gallons after the last video there and my sap failure. Yeah, we boiled some yesterday, which was Sunday. Today is Monday. And we're going to try cleaning up what we got, and then the weather's not looking so good. It's supposed to cool off and get snow and everything else, but we'll see what happens. With the sap running, we got our cellular device fixed so we can turn the pump on and off now and remotely, and we'll see what happens. But first, got to go get the tractor and pump the sap into the holding tank so we can get collecting, or boiling, not collecting. We'll get her done. Okay, let's get this pumping. Oh, don't want to forget the plug. Don't want to forget the plug. Gotta drain it though. Still a freezing busted at this time of the year. Cam lock it on. The lay flat hose. We didn't get her all boiled last night. You can see there's still about 3 inches left in there. Oh. Tighten there. Just lay it over here. Gotta make sure it's sitting flat. Not twisting it because it'll cause issues. That, then the extension cord. And hurry up and run up here. And hold the hose so it don't fall out until it's on. There we go, pumping away. Sap is flowing. Got a little drip. Dump that back in. Hook this up so it goes down the hill into our evaporator. So that goes through the building and then down inside the building through a line. Should be about 390 gallons in that tank again. That's a 500-gallon tank. And we wait to pump. Well, it didn't all make it. She's right plumb full for right now. We'll have to let that sit for now. Go get the hose hooked up and get a fire going. Guess I'll have to shut the tractor down for now. I was gonna put it right back away because we got some rain coming. We got some rain coming here in a little bit. And snow and whatever else. I'm gonna let it sit, but didn't get her all in there. I have to get some boiling had so I can finish pumping it out. Go get a fire going. That is where the line comes from, outside all the way down in through the building. So now we're going to string the hose from over there to the preheater here. Make sure it's good and tight. Open that valve up. Granted, it ain't gonna do much preheating right now anyway because there's no steam, but that preheater cycles through the hood there and heats the sap up. But we need to get this hanging on these wires because we got to reverse the flow sometimes. So that's why we got these wires hanging here, because you can't have that hitting the stack. Otherwise it'll melt the tube. There. Our goofy wiring to get the thing to situate right so it stays. I think this valve is open already. Yep, and that valve is open over there. So we're gonna go turn the sap on, because that's the first thing we want to do before we even put fire in it, is make sure we got a flow of sap into the pan, because you don't want to burn it. It can go real quick when you don't got water coming in. Sap water. Oh, I gotta loosen that nut on the bottom. There she flows. Flowing down, flowing down. I kind of froze last night, so the ground is frozen. Oh, I can hear it bubbling. Oh, we got a leak. Big leak. Did not tighten the hose good enough. I think we got a leak there too. I didn't tighten it up good enough. Bleed all the air out. Looks like she's flowing like $1,000,000. Shut her off for now until we get a fire going. Here's the firebox. Scrape the ashes up here. Ain't got no leaks, which is a good thing. The pan stayed full. Let's chuck some wood to it. Okay, just like that, the wood box is full. Layer cedar on the bottom to get her started, and hardwood and softwood mixed on top of that. So now we get the weed burner, is what we call it. Propane torch. Turn the gas on. I don't know if I can do this all with just one hand. See if that works. Can you see there? Oh yeah. There we go. Fire's burning. Not like the crackle of a good fire. Doesn't take long for that torch to get her blazing. Go see what the smoke is doing outside. Make sure it's going out the stack. It should be. Not like we didn't forget to open the stack like when you did one year. There we go. Smoke is rising. That'll clear right up, and there won't be no smoke once the fire is burning hot. You'll just see heat coming out of there and then steam coming out the other stack. So, but as the fire starts, it's cold, just like a tractor cold start. It clears up. And just like that, we have a roaring fire. And the pan is popping and creaking and hissing and starting to boil, or not boil yet, but starting to heat up. It'll be boiling in a little bit. Takes probably about half an hour. He's popping and creaking. Barely sticking through. Hissing back here too. So I hooked up the float here, so this controls the level coming in. Although I think our float just, we should have took that out last night. It's got a little pinhole in it and it fills up. And I forgot to take that out from last year. Tried sealing it up with solder, but the more I try to solder it, the worse it gets. So but that's hooked up for now. I'll have to take this apart here, see if I can get it to drain. Forgot all about it. So I'm going to be floatless for a little bit. Yeah, she's right plumb full. Doesn't do you no good for a float when it's full. Okay, I gotta start adding sap in. He's a roaring boil in there now. Can't fog the camera right up. There it goes. And it's at a nice roaring boil. We gotta get some sap flowing here. Look at that, nice boil in there. Put some wood to it again too. Syrup pocket boiling yet? Oh yeah. That's boiling also. What the heck are we on here? Oh, about 4.5. You see that? 4.5. So syrup is at the 7 mark because it's that many degrees above boiling water, which is 212 Fahrenheit. This gauge is off Fahrenheit, so it's getting closer. A little bit of sap dripping in. Turn it down a little bit. Like I said, my float ain't gonna work. You can see it's dripping out. Not good. I'm gonna have to put some more wood in there. Fire's dying down already, so. Let's see, how can I set you up so that you can see inside the fire when I fire it. Set you back here. Open the gates. Open the gates of, you know the word, hell. Shake her down. And add the wood. Couple chunks on that side. I ain't burning it. There it goes. Couple chunks on that side, and we'll be good to go. Fired up. Well, I finally got enough room and got her all pumped in. Tank's back up to around 16.5 inches. It didn't fill it back up. There wasn't much left. So, pump's draining. Tank's draining. We're boiling. Snow is starting to come down. I gotta go check the pan real quick, because it's boiling, and then pull the tractor back inside, but don't get covered in snow. But we got steam coming, and it's evaporating water away. I had a big to-do. I didn't get that on video because I was in a rush trying to get it swapped around. The pans were put together, they were put together wrong, so I couldn't draw sap off, or syrup off the right way. But I got her shut down, cleaned all the fire out, tore it all apart, because I had to reverse this middle pan right here, because this pocket was over here, and you need the furthest pocket away from where you put the sap in. Even though I'm putting the sap in here, this pocket is blocked. There's a little stopper in here, so the sap's got to flow all the way through the evaporator, back around to this pocket end here, and then you can draw it off. But the spigot, this spigot was over here. Well, when you first let your sap in, your syrup is just going to get trapped inside this pan. So I had to pull this all apart, flip this around, put it all back together, take the hood off. It was an endeavor. But I got her done, got it boiling again. Everything looks good down here. Boiling just nicely. Actually give this a little crank for some less pressure, because we're still, our level is, it's right where it should be. Got the float working again. I got it emptied out. We're rolling. We're rolling. So the rest of this is boring for the rest of the day. Nothing like watching water boil, you know. So I guess that'll conclude today's video, as it's just starting to snow outside. You can see it's getting whiter off in the distance. It's heading this way. It's kind of cool to see that in the field. But yeah, we're supposed to get 1 to 3 inches of snow, and by the end of the week, maybe 3 to 5. Welcome to the UP in March. You guys have a good one. Borderline Youper out.